If you don't calm your nervous system tonight, your brain fog will only worsen. The cognitive friction the moment your head hits the dark. The cognitive architecture fails. Anxiety does not sleep. It waits for the silence to initiate the processing cycle you avoided all day. You close your eyes, anticipating recovery. Instead, you encounter a localized neural storm. Future variables masquerade as immediate biological threats. The body enters paralysis. The brain accelerates into overdrive. This is the silent extraction of your mental sharpness. Every hour spent tossing and turning drains your executive function. Tomorrow is already lost before the sun rises. Your prefrontal cortex demands offline defragmentation. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological requirement for memory consolidation. When racing thoughts interrupt this cycle, neural data corrupts. You stare at the ceiling. The mind loops through a catalog of unresolved interactions. It calculates phantom risks. It replays conversations that will never happen. This is cognitive friction. The signal breakdown. During the daylight hours, external inputs mask the internal noise. You consume information. You react to stimuli. The brain is occupied with the immediate demands of the physical environment. But when the lights go out, the distraction disappears. The absence of input forces the brain to confront the backlog. The unhandled data demands conscious attention right now. It is widely observed that this nocturnal wakefulness coincides with a natural temperature drop. It aligns with a premature cortisol spike. The biological alarm clock rings in the dark. You attempt to force sleep. This creates a secondary layer of tension. The desire to rest transforms into a performance metric. Failure to achieve unconsciousness generates deeper physiological frustration. The loop tightens. Heart rate elevates. Breathing shifts to the upper chest. You are lying in a soft bed, yet your nervous system prepares for sudden physical combat. The dissonance between your safe environment and your internal alarm is profound. The brainstem interprets the racing thoughts as a predator in the room. It demands constant vigilance. Notice the drift. This survival mechanism was designed for the wilderness. It is maladaptive for the modern bedroom. The threat is not physical. The threat is a projection of potential social failure. Have you ever noticed your mental precision fading early in the day? Share your experience in the comments below. We must examine the aftermath of this nocturnal battle, the existential integration when morning breaks. You carry the heavy residue of the night. The brain operates through a dense fog of accumulated adenosine. Reality feels distant and muted. Decision-making feels like moving through wet concrete. Word retrieval slows down. You lose the thread of basic emails. The simplest choices require massive amounts of cognitive load. Emotional regulation thins. Minor obstacles trigger disproportionate reactions. The barrier between stimulus and response degrades. This is the exact cost of unmanaged nocturnal vigilance. The cognitive debt compounds. We attempt to compensate with synthetic energy. We pour caffeine into a depleted system. This masks the fatigue but accelerates the underlying jitter. The focus remains shattered and fragmented. You sit in meetings present in body but absent in mind. The eyes track the movement, but the working memory drops the data. You are running on a corrupted operating system. The tragedy of mental fatigue is its invisibility. You look the same to the outside world. Behind the eyes, the architecture is crumbling. Every interaction requires a forced manual override. We try to negotiate with the noise. We bargain for just 1 hour of deep rest. The brain does not accept negotiations. It requires a systemic, non-negotiable shutdown command. The neural recalibration. This shutdown is governed by what we call the parasympathetic anchoring system. It is the deliberate, mechanical transition from active threat detection to deep cellular and neural repair. The parasympathetic anchoring system cannot be rushed. It requires specific environmental and physiological cues. The brain needs absolute proof that the physical space is secure and free of demands. It demands a measurable lowering of core body temperature. It requires a drastic reduction in sensory input. The transition state must be protected from external interference and digital intrusion. Light exposure in the late evening shatters the primary signal. Artificial blue wavelengths trick the suprachiasmatic nucleus. The brain assumes it is noon. Melatonin production stalls in real time. You must build a rigid barrier between consumption and rest. The final hour before bed is the quarantine zone. No screens, no complex problem solving, no artificial urgency allowed. Physical tension mirrors the mental loops. The body holds unspoken stress in the jaw, the shoulders, the hip flexors. Releasing this mechanical tension is a requirement for sleep onset. To accelerate this physical release, cognitive science suggests introducing external somatosensory feedback. Deep touch pressure therapy alters autonomic arousal. It forces the nervous system to ground itself in space. Many individuals utilize a high-density sensory deprivation tool, known as a premium-weighted sleep blanket, to simulate this grounding effect. Link to a reliable option in the description. This physical constraint signals inescapable safety to the brainstem. It forces a lower heart rate. It bridges the gap between anxious hypervigilance and the necessary biological surrender to sleep. The cognitive externalization, we must also address the massive cognitive backlog. The brain keeps you awake because it fears dropping the unresolved data. It uses anxiety as a crude memory retention tool. The solution is a deliberate externalization process. Transfer the active data from fragile working memory to a physical medium. Write down the remaining tasks. Empty the mental cache onto paper. Once the data is secured in external reality, the brain relinquishes the need to hold it. The infinite loop breaks. The mind accepts the explicit permission to go offline. Observe the pattern. If you wake up in the middle of the night, do not check the time. The digital clock is a mechanism of pressure. It transforms the night into a countdown. A countdown triggers immediate performance anxiety. You calculate how exhausted you will be. You project the inevitable failure of tomorrow. This fast cognitive math spikes your blood, adrenaline. Instead of forcing sleep, change the objective. The goal is no longer unconsciousness. The goal is passive rest. Remove the heavy pressure of achievement from your mattress. If the mind refuses to settle after 20 minutes, break the physical context. Leave the bed, move to a low-light environment. Read a static physical text. Reset the environment. Do not return to the mattress until the biological pressure of sleep overwhelms the psychological noise. The bed must remain a pure trigger for unconsciousness, never a theater for stress. The definitive recovery. Tomorrow's cognitive performance is forged in the silence of tonight. Mental sharpness is not about working harder. It is about the ruthless, uncompromising protection of your deep recovery windows. Mental clarity requires a solid baseline of neural repair. When you master the transition into sleep, you reclaim your executive function. You process complex information with sudden, striking precision. The mental fog dissipates. High-level creativity requires open space. Sustained focus requires dense fuel. Both are stolen by nocturnal rumination. Reclaiming your sleep is reclaiming your core cognitive identity. The shift from scattered survival to focused execution begins the moment you close your eyes. It requires mechanical discipline. It demands the implementation of the parasympathetic anchoring system. Anxiety loses its grip when the body feels anchored in space and the mind is emptied of its backlog. You strip away the friction. You allow the system to reboot. Consider the compound effect of chronic sleep debt. It does not just ruin a single day. It rewires the baseline of your personality. You become a diminished, reactive version. The capacity to absorb new information shrinks. The threshold for frustration plummets. You begin to avoid complex tasks because the brain lacks the bandwidth to parse difficult variables. You operate in a state of continuous cognitive triage. You handle only the loudest emergencies. Long-term strategy becomes impossible when the brain is locked in short-term survival processing mode. The modern environment normalizes this state of exhaustion. It glorifies the grind at the expense of neural integrity. But high-level output is a direct byproduct of high-level biological recovery. Do not mistake motion for progress. A restless mind produces chaotic action. A rested mind produces precise, deliberate strikes. Precision requires the absence of noise. Noise requires lack of sleep. When you wake up after mastering the parasympathetic anchoring system, the contrast is undeniable. The eyes open with clarity. The initial thoughts are ordered, not panicked. The dread is gone. You approach the day from a position of biological strength. The minor irritations of the morning deflect off a resilient nervous system. The cognitive shield operates at maximum power. This is the true definition of neurofitness. It is not just about stimulating the brain. It is about knowing how to shut it down. Mastery of the off switch. Protect the off switch. Defend the quarantine zone before sleep. Empty the cache. Anchor the physical body. Let the architecture of the mind rebuild itself in the deep dark. If you value your cognitive longevity, consider subscribing to protect your most valuable asset, your brain. Type the word anxiety in the comments if you understand the biological assignment. Legal notice. This material is provided for educational and strategic observation purposes. It does not constitute medical, psychological, or financial advice. Consult qualified professionals before altering your structural routines.